Rose Gold, and today I'm starting a new What If series from Naruto actually. What if Naruto was an Otsutsuki? Now, this is not my idea, and there have been multiple people who have made this Blue Fang, Anime X, etc. But this will be my personal take on the story. And I want to thank you all for the massive support on the end of the What If Naruto was an Uchiha series. I had a lot of fun making it, and seeing the movie doing so well makes me smile while writing this. Also I'm going to make this short. Only 14% of the people who watch these videos subscribe, so you should subscribe if you haven't. Boom. Now let us get straight into part 1 of What If Naruto was no Otsutsuki. We go back 45 years as a thing flying toward Earth at incredible speeds was slowly approaching, or fastly approaching actually. It was Hakuro Otsutsuki, who was sent to Earth to look for Kaguya, who had not been seen since she had gone to Earth to collect the fruit. Now, this Otsutsuki had already eaten one of these fruits, having awakened something similar to the Rinnegan, but in both eyes, not a third eye. But as he touched it on the ground, he looked around, seeing Earthlings. He sighed, seeing how Kage had failed, so he flew to destroy what she had not. But a group of two, who had been searching for tail beasts, had come upon him. These being the gods of Shinobi, Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha, in their complete prime. As Sakura had zero skill in battle as he had never fought before, he was defeated by the two, who didn't think too much of it and the world going seemingly as normal. But in the Leaf Village, and now past that, Hakura was laying on the ground with several wounds, getting treated by a brown-haired woman, who had been doing her best to save him. This woman was known as one of the two Woodstow users, but her name was Sara Senju, who was the cousin of the first Hokage, Hashirama Senju. As though Otsutsuki finally woke up, Sarah asked him, "What happened to you? I had to treat those wounds for 4 damn days." Hakuro Otsutsuki was shocked at such kindness from a normal Earthling, but still didn't think too much of it until he spent more time with her, getting more and more close, until 23 years later, the two birthed a child, Naruto Otsutsuki. But something else happened. Another child was born to the current Hokage, Minato Nabekaze, and his wife Kushino Uzumaki. Their son, who was named Jiraiya Uzumaki after Minato's master, had died alongside his parents because of the Nine Tails attack, and Obito was able to suck Minato into the Kamui dimension, and Minato didn't lay a mark anywhere, so he was stuck inside the dimension. Now this angered Hakuro greatly. He had been a massive supporter of Minato, and seeing him die to such a minuscule power, he almost killed Obito in battle and sealed the full Nine Tails into the sun, as he knew this would be what Minato would have wanted, to protect the Nine Tails' power. But as their child was born, Sara died due to childbirth issues. Hakura, who had seen such terrible things today, saw his child as the only one deserving of his power, as he himself couldn't even save his own wife. So after giving Naruto all of his chakra, he peacefully passed away alongside his wife. This was a massive blow for the Leaf, as they had lost their last Woodstow user and Hokage, so the hate toward Naruto was higher than ever before. He grew up hated since he was one, after his white skin had fully taken over. He used to only have white hands when he was young, but now he full on looked like an Otsutsuki, which made them think he was even weirder and more of a monster, but they of course didn't know that this child is the most powerful ninja the world will see for a good while. When Naruto was kicked out of an orphanage after looking for some food, his anger and sadness was great enough to let him awaken the Sharingan after so much trauma, which was the first step to the full power of his father, as the chakra he had given him was sealed into him, slowly seeping out, as he got more and more powerful. When he got into the academy, the only ones who even looked at him were Shikamaru, who had never really had anything against him, Sasuke, who saw him as a rival, and Hinata, who always had a big crush on him, after he had saved her from some bullies a long time ago. Now, Naruto wasn't as hot-headed and stupid in this, so he had studied a very high amount, learning many things in the process, interesting a certain individual greatly. So Naruto was still the worst in his class because he lacked the drive to be good in the academy, as he was always more focused on the training he did back at home, until one day, when Naruto finally had the chance to become a Genin, it was all taken away because of the jutsu listed. The clone jutsu, which he had massive trouble with because even now his chakra control was terrible, because of the full power of the Nine Tails still, as it was the full Nine Tails. And Naruto was of course still like a mini skill, like mini skill power to him. Then even if he was an Otsutsuki. So when Mitsuki told him about the scroll of sealing, he instantly took the opportunity, and those events went seemingly normal, just that Mitsuko was beaten up a ton worse. When the teams were chosen, they were all like the original, so Team 7 was still Sakura, Sasuke, and of course the main character, Naruto Otsutsuki. As he had never shown his Sharingan, Sasuke had no reason to think too much of him, but he could see the power in Naruto, so while he didn't want to say it, he was almost jealous of him because Sasuke always wanted to be the strongest, so he could defeat Itachi for the good of everyone and for revenge. As Kakashi walked in, Naruto greeted him pretty professionally, surprising the sensei by a good amount, who then told them all to come up to the roof. Now, Sakura and Sasuke's goals stayed the exact same, but Naruto's had some changes in wording and general meaning. I want to become strong. Strong enough to become the Hokage and save everyone from anything. I don't want people to acknowledge me. The second partner was smoking quietly, enough for only Kakashi to hear, but who nodded and told them, "You're all boring." They were definitely shocked, but Naruto snickered a bit, which made Kakashi smile. Under his mask, telling them to come to the third training grounds early for their first test. As Team 7 arrived right on time, they had to wait for a good few hours for Kakashi to arrive, who gave them the excuse that he had gotten lost on the path of life. After Naruto told him that was just a gigantic lie, he smiled once more and went on to explain the belt test. Now, in this test, you're required to take one of these belts. He showed them the two belts. Sakura of course, raised her hands, and Kakashi asked, "What is it?" "Well, why are there only two belts?" Kakashi replied with, "The person who does not get a belt will be sent back to the academy and will not get any lunch." This was terrible for Naruto, who hadn't eaten anything for the last day or so, now being more determined than ever. After explaining everything, Kakashi counted down from 5, and after he spoke the word 0, they all disappeared instantly, and Naruto smirked while hiding. Now I'll end the first part off right here, as I think it is a good cliffhanger. Tell me if you liked it in the comments. And of course, tell me if you liked it by liking the video. This is Rose Gold Anime, and I am out.